to some other seasonal number crunching that's raising eyebrows. Official figures on the flu deaths in Canada. The numbers are often cited as a reason for you to get a flu shot, but just how many Canadians really die as a result of the flu? Our health reporter Kelly Crow takes a look.
As the fall days grow shorter, Canadians brace themselves for the chill of flu season, and with it the annual predictions of imminent death. 2,000 people, 6,000, 7,000, up to 8,000 Canadians facing death from influenza every year. Just for the record, how many deaths from the flu have been reported so far this year? 1.
When's the last time we had 8,000 deaths from the flu?
I don't think anybody knows.
So when the Public Health Agency of Canada puts this fact on their website...
This is a scientific guess. This is not the truth.
Because no one is actually counting deaths from flu.
People may have the misconception that every person who dies from the flu is somehow counted somewhere, and they're not.
Where do those numbers come from?
It's all mathematical models.
In this model, all deaths from heart and lung disease are considered possible flu deaths.
And this could include people who died of a heart attack that had nothing to do with flu. But the feeling is that anybody who died of flu should be captured in there.
They also count the number of deaths officially listed as flu and pneumonia on the death certificate. That gives the range. And by this calculation, the annual death toll from flu could be as low as a few hundred. Yet the experts don't tell us that.
There's about 4,000 deaths due to influenza per year. And in a bad year, that can go up to 6,000 to 8,000 deaths.
So quoting that number is a bit misleading. Well, it's actually a lot misleading. The truth is somewhere in between the upper limit and the lower limit, and it's somewhere in the middle.
How close to the truth are any of these numbers?
I don't think they're reliable at all.
Dr. Tom Jefferson has reviewed all of the world's research on influenza and concludes that fears of flu are exaggerated.
There's no estimates, no real figures on death from influenza. They don't collect that information. So if they don't collect that information, how do they know there's a threat? And if they don't collect that information, how do they know that the policies will work?
The fact is, influenza has lots of nasty company. The red line is the number of lab tests that found influenza virus over the last year. The blue line is a respiratory virus called RSV. There's also rhinovirus, parainfluenza virus, metapneumovirus, adenovirus, and those are just the viruses they test for. There are more than 200 pathogens that cause the sneezing, sore throat, coughing winter misery that could be fatal in someone already seriously ill. But influenza is the only virus with its own vaccine. Kelly Crow, CBC News, Toronto.
So just what are the odds of dying from flu? Even if you use the Public Health Agency's upper limit of 8,000 deaths every year, it's minuscule. When you do the math, it works out to just 0.0002% of Canada's population.
I'm really happy to be here.